Is the Edmonton real estate market in a bubble? Hi, this is Such Kellan with the Bagga Team, here with Manny Bagga from the Bagga Team. And on a lot of people's minds right now, it's in the media. Are we in a bubble? Is this bubble gonna burst? What's really happening in the Edmonton real estate market, and how can we position ourselves accordingly?
Well, Such, first of all, I want to clarify to you, the persons are watching or the person is thinking that we are in bubble. Answer is no.
Wow.
No. There's no bubble in Edmonton real estate market. That is my thinking, but other person has his own opinions. We all has different opinions. Let me explain to you. I have 4 solid reasons to explain and elaborate it to you why we are not in bubble.
Okay.
So number 1, that we are undervalued province, city in all across Canada.
That's true.
Province means when I'm comparing to Vancouver, when I'm comparing to Ontario, when I'm comparing to some of the other provinces, which is their high demand.
That's right.
So we are still undervalued. For example, if you had to buy a home comparing to our property in, let's say, in Vancouver, if we have a $500,000 guarantee in Vancouver, the same home is 1.5.
Yeah.
If I go to Toronto, that could be touching close to $2 million.
Yeah.
So it means the person who has a $2 million home in Toronto, they're gonna buy the same home in $500,000 to $600,000 here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's called undervalued. And that's the indicator that we are not in bubble.
Yeah.
Second thing, we do not have any outside influence. Outside influence mean as for example, Toronto and Vancouver. I'm picking those two cities because they are the hub of the whole Canada.
That's right.
And everybody wanted to jump on those cities. But think, for example, so it's nothing against anybody, people who are coming from different countries, okay? For example, I don't want to name those cities, but they are moving from those cities to Vancouver, say, here's $1 million, buy me a property, keep it for 5 years, I don't need to rent.
Yeah.
Do we have a person like that in Edmonton? Like you're selling real estate over 5-6 years now. Do you have somebody come say, hey, Such, here's $1 million, put this property on a vacant, I don't want anything.
Yeah, no, not here.
Those cities get so much exterior money for different countries because they have excessive money to come down into those cities and invest, and they know that their money is going to be basically double or quadruple in 5 years.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
But we do not have that kind of outside influence to our cities. That's number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3, if I look at it right now, we have a steady demand. Steady demand means people are coming from Toronto, Vancouver. They cannot afford the homes in those cities. They're still coming to Edmonton.
That's right, yeah.
Please answer in last 90 days or 6 months, how many people you actually, for yourself, come back to say, hey, Such, I want to buy the home in Edmonton?
100%. I'd say if you look at all the leads that I work with, it's at least 50%, if not more, or people from out of town who have come here, who are already moved or in the process of moving.
So here you go. That's a third biggest reason those people cannot afford a properties in Vancouver. They're renting for over 4 or 5 years because they know that they're never gonna buy this dream home and they can, yes, make money, but they're not gonna afford the properties.
Right.
They are moving from those places to come back. The migration, the moving people from coming from other cities to come here, they know that Edmonton is the cheapest real estate market where they can go and buy a property to live. Not to inflation themselves that I'm gonna buy a property, it's gonna inflate it in next coming year, 2 years, and I'm gonna flip and I'm gonna make a money.
Yeah, not as an investment, but to actually live. Yeah.
They want to grow their family. They wanted to build their future.
Yeah.
And that's a number 3. And number 4th reason, this COVID-19 in the last 2 years, everything got shut down.
Yeah.
For example, all the developers, they shut down all the developments.
Yes.
We don't have any lots. Same thing with all the builders. Like presently in our office, we work with the 20 to 30 new home builders, which is they build from 5 homes to 500 homes in a year.
Yeah.
They shut down there and say, hey, we're not doing any stock homes. We can only building 1 or 2 homes, whoever they buy.
Yeah.
That's COVID-19 can affect the value because look at the construction cost. It gone so high up and nobody wanted to invest. So that blockage, that bottleneck for everybody is coming and it's affecting to the Edmonton real estate market.
That's right. Makes sense.
Okay, so those are the fact, and people are now, they don't have inventory. When you don't have inventory, either you can pay more price and take it in any industry, it doesn't matter in housing, you stock market or anywhere, and you're gonna pay more.
Yeah.
And those all indicators. So let's say in last 6 months we went 10% or 15% up. That's not a bubble.
That's right.
So the people who are watching today, according to my own personal opinion, I don't think so Edmonton market is in a bubble. But in any stock, you have to understand if it's going to go up, the correction is due because of your interest rate, because of the properties they are coming in the market now in April and May. That is, they're going to see it decreased. What I can see at the moment, so in the market, I can see the sales are gone down. Not only Edmonton, go look at Vancouver, go look at Toronto. They have 30-40%, their sales went down. We're only 10%.
Yeah.
But that's an indicator that any stock goes up, it has to come down, adjust themselves, it's gonna go down.
That's right. Yeah.
That's my answer. So that's what my thinkings are. But what do you think after getting this explanation? What do you think, that are we in a bubble or not?
Makes sense. I don't think I have to agree with you. Your reasons make a lot of sense that we're not in a bubble. It's not just about the market going constantly up either. There will be corrections along the way, healthy corrections up and down to come to the right price, but it's not a bubble that's all speculation and is going to burst. Based on what you told me, it makes sense.
Well, the people that are watching today, hopefully this tip will be helpful for you. If you think that this video is very valuable for you or your any loved one, please share. This is a very important message for everybody to find out, so they're not scared to come in the real estate market and see that we are in a bubble and we're not going to buy or we're not going to sell. Might that can be help. For next week, I'll bring you my next hero with me to answer one of my other questions. Before you leave, please hit the bell and subscribe, so before you come home next time, that video will be sitting in your inbox waiting for you to watch. That's the value we are delivering from the Bagga team, from you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep smiling.